1. The rewired brain. Humor as a survival mechanism. You know that person who laughs at absolutely everything? The one who finds humor in situations that would send most people spiraling into panic. It's easy to mistake this for carelessness. But the reality is often much deeper. They have likely survived experiences that didn't just change them. They fundamentally rewired how their brain processes the world. Let me paint you a picture. Someone cuts them off in traffic. While a normal reaction might be road rage, they are already 3 steps ahead, wondering if that driver is going through a divorce or just really needs to use the bathroom. Why? Because when you have survived your own hurricanes, other people's rain showers just hit different. Their brain has been trained by necessity to function as a survival masterpiece, filtering out minor threats because it knows what real danger looks like. 2. Aggressive empathy. Reading the invisible. Here is the twist. You would expect someone who has been through hell to be cynical, bitter, or closed off. Yet, often, they become the most aggressively empathetic people you will ever meet. They don't just see you, they scan you. They can spot pain in others from a mile away because they are fluent in that language. They notice the slight shift in your tone, the forced smile, the micro-expressions that everyone else misses. They know how to read silence, not just the absence of noise, but the texture of it. Is the silence heavy? Is it disappointed? Is it tired? They sense changes in emotional atmospheric pressure the way a sailor senses a coming storm. They do this because, for a long time, their safety depended on predicting the moods of others. 3. The cost of resilience. Hypervigilance. But there is a price for this heightened awareness. While they may experience post-traumatic growth, deepening their relationships and crying at the beauty of a sunset, they also struggle to turn their radar off. This is called hypervigilance. Have you ever dined with someone who instinctively needs to sit facing the door? Or someone who has 17 backup plans for a simple coffee date? That isn't paranoia. That is a nervous system that learned the hard way that safety is a luxury, not a guarantee. They often downplay their own struggles. I'm fine. It could be worse, because they have developed an allergy to being perceived as a victim. To them, admitting they are struggling feels dangerously like failure. 4. The paradox of control and connection. These individuals are walking paradoxes. In relationships, they are incredibly loyal yet emotionally distant. They will show up for you at 3 a.m. without hesitation. But ask them to be vulnerable about their own needs, and they will vanish. They crave connection but fear dependence. Because historically, depending on others came with a heavy price tag. They have learned to need nobody, which looks like strength but feels like loneliness. In control, they might micromanage the smallest details, like which coffee mug to use, while remaining eerily zen about massive life disasters. Why? Because they know the big stuff is out of their hands. But the small stuff? That they can control. And their humor? Dark humor is their armor. Every joke is a tiny rebellion against the things that tried to break them. It's a way of taking the power back from the pain. 5. The hidden grief and the lighthouse. Underneath the humor, the empathy, and the resilience, there is often a quiet grief. It's not the grief of losing a person, it's the grief of losing themselves. They mourn the version of themselves that was innocent, the one who trusted easily, the one who didn't rehearse conversations or scan rooms for exits. They are homesick for a softness they didn't get to keep. But this grief doesn't break them, it shapes them. It turns them into a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't shine because it is perfect or untouched by the storm. It shines specifically because it knows where the rocks are. It remembers the darkness. So, if you meet someone who is a little too comfortable with chaos, a little too quick to laugh at their own trauma, just know, they have earned that wisdom. They are not just surviving, they are poetry in motion.